It's time to check the pulse of Hartford Athletic. The Green and Blue are coming off a 1-0 loss to Birmingham last week and look to bounce back against Orange County SC at home this Saturday. First, let's hear from Coach Ramos and Antoine Opino in last week's PostGame Presser.
We were playing, I thought today, a very good team that had some very good players, in particular up front. So we were a little bit concerned about that. I thought in general we did a pretty good job of containing them. But in the end, although we created some chances, we weren't consistent in chance creation. I think they were more scattered than anything else. And in general, I felt like I wasn't as happy with today's game as I was with the first two games this season. The reason I'm satisfied with the defending today is because we turned the ball over a lot in the middle of the field. We couldn't keep the ball. I think that was our number one issue in the game. Anytime we connected our first pass, the second pass was a turnover. And that puts your defenders on their heels all the time. And I thought they did, considering that they had to deal with so many situations, they did a pretty good job. So I'm happy with the way we defend. I think that part of the team we're okay with, but we certainly have to improve in the final third because today we had 14 shots, but it didn't feel like 14. It didn't feel like we created 14 shots. As a coach, you always feel more comfortable when you're doing something to create those opportunities and they don't just come from individual play. So defensively, I'm okay with where we are. Attacking-wise, we need to do a lot more.
A lot of improvement defensively. How did you feel the team did, especially after last week in Colorado, in the back end, sort of defending Birmingham?
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. Obviously, we get scored on from a great shot from outside the box on a slick field. The ball bounces well to the bottom corner, which is sometimes that happens. It's our job as the guys attacking to kind of do the same thing and get some goals. I think the guys in the back did a great job today, and keeping a team like that, with really good players, to just one goal, we should do better. We should get a better result.
We spoke with Kyle Edwards, who returned from national team duty with St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the CONCACAF Nations League.
It's always an honor to represent your country, and I think we have like a new coaching system, and I think the guys really bought into it. I mean, unfortunately, the results didn't go as we wanted to, but there's some things that we got done that needed to be done, and then there's a lot to work on. So I'm just, it's a pleasure to represent my country.
And you're back today. It's a pretty intense training session. You're playing 11v11 a little bit. Your legs look fresh though. It looks like you didn't really lose much of a step after playing two games. How did you feel?
To be honest, I was tired, but I think I'm very excited to be back with the boys, so that adrenaline had me going, so it felt good.
Captain Nyle Logue speaks on the start of the season and the team's mindset in this week of training.
I think it's just kind of keeping a level head in the changing room. I think it's still early doors. Obviously, we're only 3 games in. It's not the results we wanted, you know what I mean? But I felt like we were definitely in the games, if not probably the better team in most of the games and stuff. We just kind of let ourselves down in certain situations, but no, I think the most important is just kind of keeping a good spirit, having good training sessions, reflecting as well, obviously, which is important, having the video sessions with Tab and the coaching staff and kind of going over the mistakes that we made and making sure that we correct them and not do them again. Do you know what I mean? It's all well said and done, kind of going on the video and watching things, but then having them reoccur, you know what I mean? So the main thing this week has obviously been focusing on certain areas, making sure we're locked down in certain areas, and then obviously just training hard like we always do every day, and just have a good spirit going into the weekend. Defensively, everyone's working hard. Obviously the defenders are always working hard, but from the attacking players as well too, like they do a lot of running for us and make our life easy as well too in certain times of the game, So it's definitely a team effort, but no, definitely sharing up some things, and hopefully this weekend can be the first of the start of the clean sheets.
Coach Ramos talks about the intensity of the week's training sessions and his thoughts on Orange County SC.
Yeah, both today and yesterday were very intense. We wanted high intensity. Obviously, we're looking forward to playing our home game. We need to get our first win and our 3 points. I think the players are excited about this weekend. I thought they did a pretty good job last weekend, to be honest. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the result. The other unfortunate thing is that, obviously, not only are we missing Andre, but now we're missing Kembo. So those are big losses for us. But at the same time, I feel it's an opportunity for the other guys to step up and to show what they can do. So, I mean, I think there's no question that we're ready to go. I mean, stat-wise, you know, the team is doing well. We're creating enough chances to win the games. We're in the top 5 or 6 in the league in expected goals. We're one of the top teams in the league in terms of pressing and winning the ball back, which is a good sign that the team is working really hard. Unfortunately, the most important stat is that you got to win the games, and we haven't done that. So I'm hoping that this Saturday we can start turning that around. Yeah, they're a very skillful team. You know, if you give them time on the ball, they can definitely play and they can hurt you. I think for us, we're going to have to make this game, make it be high intensity, fast speed, fast moving, transitions both ways. If we can make this a fast game, I think we have a best shot to win.
That's this week's Check the Pulse. Hartford Athletic taking on Orange County SC this Saturday at 2 p.m. at Trinity Health Stadium.